Africa Content TV.
Division of Lagos State. The glory of God. This site, in 2 years, in 2.5 years, will have become a site that will come and do, by the grace of God, the first commissioning of the sets of infrastructure and buildings that will be here for the Lagos Film City. Thank you.
And the groundbreaking has been done by His Excellency Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
Lagos Film City is rising. Thank you very much.
The daughter of everything has to be in order before you can claim it, and your wife is watching as well.
Mr. Governor will talk to us, ladies and gentlemen.
Please let's give a round of applause for ourselves. You have all tolerated part of the challenge that we have when you have a first-class event like this, which is electricity. Obviously, the amount of consumption of electricity that is required for a world-class event like this, it's unprecedented. And I'm told that they have 2-3 generators on site, and because they could not do proper value engineering to synchronize the air conditioning, that's why we have these little itches. But the fact that all of you can still patiently, very patiently stay in this hall for the last 2.5-3 hours confirms that we're doing the right thing, and you are indeed one of the best that we can. So I want you to please give yourself the round of applause. Come to represent your individual countries, and you can see that the power of our partnership, and you can see the realization of a dream that we believe will also enhance your own visibility with, with the assignment you have to do in our country. So thank you very much, Your Excellency, for coming here to grace this occasion. The Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, here ably represented by the Chairman of the House Committee, Honorable Solomon Bonu, who himself was a former special advisor tourism. Engineer Bonu used to come and see Papa, the Obo Ejinrin, for the last 2-3 years. He could have also been here standing to hand over this groundbreaking ceremony. But we have donated him to the legislature, so he's not longer in the executive. Is now in the legislature. Haven't trained him very well in the executive, is now in the legislative arm of government. Thank you very much, Bonu. The Secretary to the State Government, Barrister Bimbola Salu Hundeyin, thank you very much. Members of the State Executive Council, especially the Honorable Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, very energetic lady, Honorable Toke Benson Awoyinka, and of course, her colleague, the Special Advisor, Tourism, Arts and Culture, who is also an industry player like most of you here, Honorable Idris Aregbe. We try to ensure that we put round holes inside round pegs. Idris himself will also have been the organizer of this event because himself is an event planner and a curator of several cultural events. Thank you very much, Idris. The Chairman of the Universal Basic Education Board, who is the son of the soil, Dr. Akin Babatunde Shitu, thank you very much. Body of permanent secretary that are here, especially the permanent secretary in the ministry, Mrs. Olutoyin Atekoja. Chairman of our various local government and LCD that are here, especially the celebrant of K2 Thank you very much for your kind words and all of the great things that are happening in your local government that were talked about this afternoon. the chairman of our party, the All Progressive Congress, a one-time commissioner, a one-time House of Rep member himself, Honorable Cornelius Ojelabi, and members of the Governor's Advisory Council that are here, Alhaji Mutiare, and all of you. Former members of the Lagos State House of Assembly that are here, thank you very, very much for coming out. Former cabinet members that are here, thank you very, very much for coming out. We know and will appreciate that this is part of your dream that you have for us, and we are grateful and thankful that they all can. Yes, the Alara of Elara, Oba Olukayode, Olufolarin, Ogunsanwo, thank you very much. The celebrant and the main man for today, the Legend of Ejinrin, Oba Rafiu Ishola, Babatunde Balogun, and his amiable wife, his jewel of inestimable value, who always support Kabiyesi at all times, Olori Balogun. Without the Olori, Kabiyesi gets shaky. But with the Olori, Kabiyesi is fully complimented. He's a man that I've watched and admired the last couple of years. Kabiyesi, God will honor you and bless you. You and all your kinsmen from Ejinrin and Epe Division, you live long. You live long. You witness the commissioning of this event in your lifetime. You will see it to fruition. As you have come to pray for us, blessings and good things will also happen in your time. His Royal Majesty the Adeborogun of Igbogo, Oba Semiu Orimadu Kasali, thank you very, very much for coming. Captains of industry, dignitaries that are here, especially my very good brother and friend, the chairman of Del York International, Mr. Linus Idaosa, and his entire team from various parts of the world that are here. Thank you very, very much for coming. Ashikbakauli Olusoya, thank you very much. Honorable Jumoke Okoya Thomas, thank you very much. Clarissa, thank you very much. All of our leaders and celebrities in the movie creative industry, so many of you that are here from our expatriates. And all of you, Gide Kosoko, Bello, Gabelo, and all of you, want to thank you very much. We want to thank you. Hi TV, thank you very much. This is for you. It's about you. It's about what, like Benga said, that you've been doing without a lot of support. Now you want to take over. We want to give you everything. We want you to come out stronger, bigger, and better. We want you to do things and compete with all other players in the world. And so that's why this is for you. I want to thank all of the various guests that have been here since morning. You've all sat here patiently, especially to all of our youth, the ones that Lagos State, in one form or the other, have identified with and were supported. We've supported you under the African Movie Academy. We have supported you under the Del York International Training. We have supported you under the Ebony Life Creative Academy. We have supported you under the Ogidi Studios, and we'll continue to do that because we believe it's the right thing, it's the proper thing to do, and you are the real future. You are the real reasons that we're in government, and we will not leave you. Distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press that are here also in large number, thank you very much for giving this a very huge coverage. Sons and daughters of Ejinrin land, Epe Division, and all of our viewers, both local and international, we're indeed grateful that you can join us at this epoch-making event. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the excitement in my voice. You can see that indeed it's one of those days in which you are happy. And as the 15th governor, I cannot be happier than to bring to reality a vision, a dream, an aspiration that we have as a government, and to see it start up in our life. I think it's heartwarming. And so it's with great pleasure and an excitement that I stand here before you today to celebrate the epoch groundbreaking ceremony for the Lagos Film City. Lagos, as you know, is a commercial economic nerve center. It's a city with aquatic splendor. It's the center of excellence. If it were to be a nation, Lagos will be the 5th largest economy in Africa. We are happy that everything around the creative industry starts and ends and births in Lagos. everybody that is nobody, that is somebody in the music industry, had their roots either from Surulere or from Agege, either from Ikorodu or from Epe, either from Lagos Island or from Badagry. And this is Lagos. We don't say welcome to Lagos. We say this is Lagos. Please give yourself a round of applause. And so this momentous occasion marks a significant milestone on a journey towards creating a thriving and a vibrant film industry that will not only captivate the audience worldwide, but also contribute to the economic growth and the cultural development of our beloved state and country. Before coming into office, like the commissioner said, over 4.5 years ago, we conceived and we birthed our economic agenda under the team's agenda. And for the next 4 years, we've added another flavor to it, which I call the Teams Plus agenda. The plus is to refresh, to rebrand, and to further equip it, to ensure that there's every aspect of social inclusion. And that's why we're here today, to ensure that the youth have a space, and to ensure that there's equity and there's gender balance in everything that we do. Very intentional and very deliberate. But however, in the teams and in the fifth pillar is entertainment and tourism. So it's not that we're here just because we woke up and we think we should do it. We are here because we're giving it a thought, a very, very deep, robust vision, a very deep thought process that we said, these are the things that we need to be doing. These are the things that will indeed change completely the skyline for us and the way we see ourselves. And we want to thank you that you've been working with us for the past 4.5 years. Globally, we know where this industry is. Data shows that is available that the entertainment and media industry controls about $2.5 trillion by year 2022, especially after COVID in 2020, right? That industry needed to rebirth and get he had to get back to space very quickly. Because one of the industries that was affected extensively by COVID were entertainment, tourism, culture, and arts industry, because people couldn't interact, people couldn't move. So immediately after COVID, we even as a government needed to think out of the box, and we set up various funds that we used to trigger that industry. So globally, that industry has come back, and I'm told that by year 2027, it's expected that the global world GDP will have moved to about 2.8 trillion. With those kind of numbers, it is an industry that any serious-minded government, any serious-minded subnational needs to look at very critically. Currently, the entertainment industry contributes less than 2% into our own nation's GDP. We're projecting that by 2030, which is just a couple of years away, we should have close to 5% to 6% of the GDP of our country being controlled by the movie and the film industry. I think they deserve a round of applause, and these are some of the steps that we need to do to put those numbers into perspective. And so it is very intentional that we and Lagos State have said that we will contribute our own part into that discourse, and will ensure that in the next 5 to 7 years, we realize and will achieve our own intervention in that sector. And of course, in the last 2-3 years, like I said, we have been partnering with several organizations. We don't need to recreate and reinvent the wheel. As a government, we say to ourselves that once we identify people that are doing great things, let's work with them. Let's partner with them. Let us be able to ensure that they can do it bolder, quicker, and faster. And so we've trained lots and lots of youth, over 4,000 to 5,000 of them right now, in film acting, film directing, movie making, movie editing, cinematography, script writing, sound production, lighting effects, makeup artists, and other aspects of the entire creative space. Through this industry, we have seen a growth of about 20 to 25% of the numbers of digital filmmakers that we have seen in Lagos. And so on your behalf, let me thank Messrs. Del Yor Creative Academy. Let me thank Ebony Life Creative Academy. Let me thank Ogidi Studios. Let me thank the African Music Awards Academy, AMA. I'm grateful to all of you. I'm grateful for believing in us and for allowing us to use you as a testament, as a springboard into that space. I'm happy that all of you are here this morning to commence another journey in this all-important industry, the Lagos Film City. The journey starts, and we're all happy that we're part of this journey that we're doing today. Like I did mention, during the 2019-2020 pandemic, we did a few interventions. We gave monies out to a lot of the small filmmakers. Some of them are here, and they can very well, these were no grants, sorry, these were no loans, they were grants for us to support them directly, for them, to kickstart. And we set out a total 1 billion. We couldn't draw down on the entire 1 billion, but several hundreds of millions were given out in the last administration that was pivoted by Honorable Bonu, and is Uzamad here, and Uzamad Akimbele. She was the former Honorable Commissioner for Tourism at that time. And so there's been several, ideas around ensuring that we can indeed intervene, help small movie makers, and we're told that some of our short stories, have gone round, and they are being shown in over 52 countries worldwide. Thereby, we're opening, our space in the global recognition following some of these little interventions. Also, during the COVID, we looked at, the health issues, that was affecting that industry. And so it was a premium health insurance scheme that we set up at that time. And some of the beneficiaries will attest to the fact that with those interventions, were able to get them, back on their feet. The industry got challenged at some various points. A lot of the old senior people had health issues, given the number of years they've committed to it. And each time, all of those challenges brought to us whatever we need to do to keep them back on their feet, to make sure that as a responsible government, we give them life. We have done it, and some of them are also here today to give testimony to them. Today, we're extending this strategic focus by embarking on a journey that will redefine the landscape of film industry, not only in Lagos, not only in Nigeria, but the entire African continent. We're here to break ground for the Lagos Film City. We're laying the foundation to create a hub that will serve as a catalyst for innovation, as a catalyst for talent discovery, and as a catalyst for storytelling and excellence at the highest level in that industry. The Film City will be a testament to our own modest commitment to nurturing the earth and supporting the dreams and aspirations of all of you and several of you that are in this industry, filmmakers, actors, musicians, technicians, and all of you. The film industry has the power to transcend boundaries and to bring people together. It has the ability to inspire, to entertain, and to educate. Through the magic of cinema, we can showcase the rich culture and cultural heritage of Lagos. We can tell deep, heartwarming stories that reflect our shared experiences. We can amplify the voices, the people that are less heard. Stories can be used to diverse communities that we have. The Film City will serve as a canvas for these stories, providing a platform to all of our talented artists to shine on both local and at global stages. The Lagos Film City will create numerous job opportunities. It will stimulate economic growth and attract local and foreign investment. It will be a hub for production, pre-production, post-production, visual effects, and all auxiliary services that support the entire value chain of filmmaking, cinematography, and music. We envision that we will deliver a film city that will be equipped with state-of-the-art facilities, sound systems, stage editing suites, production offices, and everything necessary to bring the magic of the silver screen to life. You don't need to go anywhere again. You don't need to travel further anywhere again. You don't need to step out of the shores of this country in any form again once this starts. It will be home to all of you. It will be home to all generations, even yet unborn. And it will be home to future decisive players in this industry. I want you all to take charge. I want you to see it as our own demonstration for you to take ownership of an industry that is dear to all of you, for an industry that is critical to your being, and see it as our own attempt to reshaping the future of this industry. And so the Film City is not just about bricks and mortar. It's about the people that would walk through the doors and breathe life into the spaces. It's about the dreams that will be realized, the stories that will be told, and the impact that will be made. Our creative community will be the birthing heart of the Lagos Film City, and we're committed to providing them with resources, with support, and opportunities that they need for them to thrive and to flourish and to soar and to grow to whatever heights, whatever level they want to. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as we embark on this all-important journey here today, I want to call on all of you stakeholders, all of you filmmakers, all investors, educators, traditional institutions, entertainers at large, to join hands with us to create a success of the Film City. Let us work together to build an ecosystem that will be long-lasting, that will be enduring, that will nurture the creativity, that will help to ensure, will foster collaboration and empower our artists to push the boundaries of their unique crafts and their creative minds. I think you all deserve a round of applause at this stage. This is for you, it's about you, it's about what you've been craving for, it's about the future that you see that we're helping you to birth and to realize. I think it's proper at this juncture, first, to thank the entire host community, both old and young, both men and women. And of course, leading the community is my brother, my father, the Kabiyesi himself. Ayogunrin and Oloja, don't be jealous today. Today is for Ejinrin. Kabiyesi Oba Rafiu Ishola Babatunde Balogun. You can see he's a cerebral Oba. He's a man that has worked in the oil industry of our country. He has served the nation to a higher level of his career before he was beckoned on by his people to come and superintend over the domain that their forefathers have. And sitting right next or beside him is radiant Olori, who Kabiyesi will always tell me that she left everything she was doing way out in the United Kingdom to come and sit with him in his abode here at the Oba's Palace. Kabiyesi, ẹ ṣé gan ni o. Ìtókọ̀ kù bẹ́ẹ̀ láàrin pé ẹlọ́pàá ilẹ̀ ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n á ní bá ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ yẹn tán, gómìnà ló máa sáìn ẹ̀, nígbà wá sáìn ẹ̀ ńkọ́. So partnership ni, but we thank you. We thank you for your leadership, for your vision, for accepting to be a good host, for accepting to be a good leader, for convincing all your subjects that this is the way to go. This is how development needs to happen. Of what extent is an asset that is just lying fallow, that is not creating value? So this is an asset that we're turning around to create wealth for you, to create wealth for your people, and to create wealth for generations that are coming behind you. And I think Kabiyesi was right when he talked about, especially for non-Yoruba speaking audience, when he said that it's very historic and very strong. As a young man in the 70s, I used to listen to that music. I never knew where that is. But Ebenezer Obey and all of them used to sing that song, that Bokoko Orejini, meaning that if one doesn't go, several others will go to Ejinrin. And historically, we are now in Ejinrin. Bifi Mekakon lost Ejinrin. I want to thank you, sir. But it's important as a politician to also lay it bare. In Kabiyesi's immediate domain, which is within his ward, right, we're building, and I'm sure some of you will have seen it, the biggest and the largest food logistics hub in the entire Africa, well, maybe in West Africa, so that we also don't run foul of our statistics. We're building on a 120 hectare, the Lagos Food and Logistics Park. It's on a 1.2 square kilometer of real estate. It is ongoing. Once you come out, you turn left and you see. We laid the foundation for this construction last year. And I'm happy to say that by this time next year, we will have completed phase 1 of it. This is part of our food security in Lagos. We want all of our food markets to take a trip into Ejinrin, which is just a few, 4, 5, 10 minutes from here. And that will change entirely the food market chain in the entire country. And we're hoping that we can help other parts of the country to develop similar food chain logistics hub. Similarly, right next to that development is also a very first of its type. We're building the largest, the biggest psychiatric hospital with rehabilitation home with over 1,000 accommodation, also next to the logistics hub. We are also on the market, we're also on the ground. The chairman is standing up because these are developments that are happening all around here, just for us to get the sense that things are happening. The contractor is on site, is working, and on your way back as well, you also can look at that we're building the biggest, because we know that the health issue, mental health issue is real, and it's something that we need to face and deal with frontally. So we're not shy about it, and we're dealing with it, in the construction of the biggest psychiatric, and health rehabilitation home right here in Ejinrin. Of course, we have a general hospital that we're also rehabilitating, all around there. We also have, in the Ejinrin, when we were talking about, we're building, when you are on Third Mainland Bridge, the Okobaba sawmillers, we're actually bringing them to Sanwo-Olu, which is just right behind here. That also has been completed. It's almost 90%, completed. We're just at the move to ensure that we can move all of the loggers, all of the sawmillers onto. So a lot of activity will be happening. Where I'm going to, a lot of activity will be happening on the waterways there. So that also is being completed. So our Agbawa Owu Noniyen is also there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's also important to say that right across the water will be the famous talked about Lekki Airport. The Lekki Airport will just be across the water there. And so when we finish the airport and you are flying into Lekki Airport, you'll be flying over the Lagos Film City. What a view, what a vision, what an artistic impression that will show before you fly into the airport. And of course, all around the airport, as you know, we have the Lekki Port, we have the Dangote Refinery, which is the biggest, we have a new city called Alaro City, and everybody all around Epe Division are singing our praises to high heaven. Ikorodu, don't worry, sir. See, on Bossa. I know that KBC will be wondering what is coming to Ikorodu. Ikorodu Oga, everything in Ikorodu will certainly not be shorting. You have very active sons and daughters that are always very passionate about Ikorodu. But because I came around KBC today, I landed in a school, the Lofi Ejinrin School, and I was elated to see the children of both the junior secondary school and the senior secondary school. KBC, I want to give back to you very quickly. I'm coming back there to build new infrastructure for them in that school. And just as a demonstration of what I saw, they sang, they played for me, and I'm extremely very enthused that these are young children that we should give everything for them to be able to excel. Don't worry, Alara is looking at me. So when we come to your own domain, we'll look for what to do, and you can be rest assured that there will still be things for us to do. KBC will also be working to ensure we work with our developers to see how we can bring about a waterfront jetty, also that will be harboring this place. As I close, let me also say that this project is a PPP project. It's a project that a state government on their own cannot swallow. It's a project that we cannot pretend that we have all of the resources to make it happen. And everywhere in the world, how it's being done is to collaborate with the private sector, is to ensure that you use private equity, you use private funds, and you turn it around, and you'll be able to stimulate investment coming from the private sector to help you achieve and realize your vision. And that's why today, in that journey, Del York has led in that conversation with us. And I want to thank Messrs. Delyo and everybody that has worked with that organization. I think they deserve a round of applause. But the beauty of it is that there is room and there's space for every investor that wants to play with us, because there's space for everyone. It's an investment that indeed we believe will run into hundreds of billions of naira, So there's a room to play. There are residential properties to be developed. It's a work-play environment. There are hotels to be developed. There are studios to be built. There are universities to be built. There's sound. Everything has to be there. So if you are interested and you have the skin, you have the resources, I'm publicly telling you that you have a space. We'll create a room for you. You sit in the room with us and you'll be able to make your own play into it. And so I want to say to you that what we're about is that time is against us. We need to start like yesterday and will not wait. And so joiners will join us. Collaborators who are ready to collaborate. Investors who are ready to sit with you and work with you as you come along to realize this dream with us. And so therefore, ladies and gentlemen, to commence this construction, your task is to help us protect the site. Habesi, let us reflect a conducive, host, collaborative environment. Your words, your children, your citizens will be the first set of people that will be engaged once they have the skills of those engagements. But let us play a very wonderful host, a host that is collaborative and is accommodating to ensure that nothing stops on the construction site. We recognize that through this project, further developments are coming to Ejinrin and all its environs and the ones that I've also announced. I would like to therefore express my deepest gratitude to all of you. Linus, thank you very much. Clarissa, thank you very much. All of the people that have traveled from wide and far on this project, I want to thank you very much. I cannot thank you enough. There's so many of you that I'm looking at. Tade, that woman there used to be the former permanent secretary in tourism as well. She also worked and labored on this project. Princess, thank you very much. And several people, layers of people that have been part of this journey. I'm sure she going back home, she will feel fulfilled that something that they created several times ago is now coming to reality. Yes, I know my point is here. They said I should acknowledge very warmly Mr. Odian Ajumogobia, former minister, one of our bright minds, one of the outstanding lawyers of our time, and a former minister for foreign affairs. He's not here, as a lawyer. He's here as a foreign affairs that will be bringing international investors, collaborators on this journey. Thank you.